Howdy everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today is November, I believe, 17th. Okay, so I got some questions regarding a Metatrader, which I try to avoid like the plague, and supposedly high-frequency trading, HFT. First of all, if you want to know about some trading secrets, just visit quantlabs.net, opt in. If you want to know about enhancing your performance, I am currently putting together custom solutions for people that want to pick up, the amazing benefits of Bitcoin, which just added another $1,000 in the last 24 hours. All right, so let's take a look at this with my chugging Mac here. Okay, so we've got a question about this. Okay. I was wondering, in the popular trading platform of Metatrader and 5 widely used, how can low execution speeds be achieved to the various broker terminals? I've seen folks use application programming interface API. Example from this is this MTAPI tech and create their algorithms from trading. Other folks say claim a type of WebSocket developed can work and achieve good execution speeds useful for arbitrage trading strategies. What is your take on this? All right, so what this person is referring to is this service. Let me just get into the pricing. To be honest, this is pretty bad. Reason is it's $3,000, $6,000 for the service source code, and to be truthful, why would you spend that kind of money when you can get the same price with half the cost with an ultimate edition of MotorWave? You can do Java. You can get 300 out of box strategies with code, source code, and connect in all the popular brokers via Oanda, forex.com, I'm sure FXCM, and a bunch of other ones that I'll mention about here. So that right out of the gate is really a waste of money. Then he goes, I was wondering what program skills in various languages such as Java that one needs to grip to develop a Java API like that this guy sells on this site offering for MT4. I'm not sure what the real question. What's programming skills in various languages such as Java? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what's your goal? Are you trying to use it or build it? Building it, there's no difference, because if you're using an API into using REST, the protocol, you're connecting into their servers. So there's a couple of hindrances that can cause that. That would be the data connection itself, how long it takes to transmit the info. So there's that as a concern. That could be out of your control. The other one is basically, if you are trying to build this now with Java or whatever language, .NET, C++, whatever, you're going to run into all kinds of challenges and real headaches. In terms of speed, language is not a real concern. It's when it comes out of the service or program that you're running to connect into another service via REST, and depending upon the broker, it's the internet connection that matters, and what's on the server to secure the server. So those are sort of factors you have to consider. Now, in terms of speed between the two, it really doesn't matter. It's the network that matters. For instance, if you're trying to look at coding skills to build something like this, I would not do Java. Java may make more sense depending upon what each component does and the features that you're wanting to put in. As I said, if you're just trying to connect into a broker, just use a platform, a better platform like MotorWave. Metatrader is so limited in so many ways. I couldn't know where to begin. I'm not saying it's junk. It's just you're not going to go very far with it. And I've kind of covered that in my webinar last night that I did. Also, Metatrader, anything to do with Metatrader and the forex brokers with Metatrader are usually going to cheat you in the trading. They're not regulated, or there's a whole whackload of. I would just avoid like the plague when it comes to that. I mean, look at Bitcoin. Why even bother trading forex when you got Bitcoin that just added another $1,000 to its price in less than 24 hours? You know what I mean? He also says, what I was also wondering, in your opinion, a Metatrader WebSocket developed in Java or Python and C++ could achieve very low execution speeds, benefiting arbitrage strategies greatly on the broker, considering how Metatrader is managed. As I said, really what it comes down to, if I took a crappy programmer in C++, does that mean it's fast? Or if I took a highly optimized Python set of scripts or application that's really optimizing the code, it can be better than and faster than C++. There's a variety of things you got to look at. And again, network speed is the real critical one. And whatever you're connecting into in the broker, is it easy to work with? Security, what do they have on their end? And the broker itself, they're going to cheat you. Things like that you got to worry about. But in terms of development, what's the easiest path to develop a server that would do things like this? I have looked at this in the last few months. In terms of easy, you're also not including JavaScript, which is kind of designed for this, but still I wouldn't go with it. Or whatever other Java, Hornet Nest languages and frameworks you come out of that, I wouldn't go with that. But I would go with Python and look at Flask. Flask is really easy to set up. Just go onto my blog, look up Flask. You'll see some example code there to show you exactly what you're trying to do with an API and creating your endpoints. I mean, you could do it in less than 20, 30 lines. Will it be fast? Again, it depends, but really, I've not come across any real hindrances. The key to making Python work within reason is the data. The less data you provide it, the faster it'll be. So if you're giving it 1,000 data points, or it could probably be 1,000 data points, okay, but let's say 5,000 data points, and you got to do some processing, usually Python will start to crawl. So that's a fact. But if you keep the data small and short, and usually trying to find ways to limit the data in your queries and what you're trying to accomplish, Python's fine. Now, in terms of speed of development, that's where Python shines. Again, you could use Flask for that. It's really, really easy, very fast. It is getting fairly popular. I've seen a survey maybe a year ago, and it looks like Python is eating into JavaScript's lunch, because any developer with their that season just absolutely despises JavaScript and anything that comes with JavaScript. It's absolute, like I call it, it's a hornet's nest of just absolute trashy code. I mean, TypeScript I'm hearing good things about, but real programmers don't touch that thing. Anything JavaScript related. But there are developers that are very comfortable and will gladly work with Flask, which is very low maintenance, easy to set up, little amount of code, and it also, because of that, your speed of development is very quick. It's the easiest thing I've seen out there. There's also the other web development framework for Python, but I think really Flask is designed for this, what you're looking for. In terms of speed, what you really got to focus on if you want fast is your network connection, and have both ends that are communicating do as little as possible, minimal, keep it very minimal and very lean of code and extra processing, and you're fine. Security might be another concern, but I've shown in my blog a piece of example code out there that shows you how to identify that. And also another way to really secure all of this is using Redis now. With the Redis 6, they have, I can't remember the feature, but there's a way you can secure the connection into Redis now with, I think based upon IP or user ID, or there's a new feature through that. So if you're just trying to do message queuing with Redis 6, definitely that's another really good option as well. And you know that's very minimalistic. So that's written in C as well, and it's open source, so you can customize that as well. It's pretty nice. So depending upon your goal, I would probably, for easy use, speed development, I would probably strongly recommend Python Flask. And for message queuing, minimal but security and just the thing to do a lot. Redis is another one you could look at as well. Hopefully I'll help you out. And again, if you want to get some free trading stuff, just sign up for quantlabs.net. And if you got you want to build a custom solution, just answer those questions, follow the instructions. We're doing it now. I'm kind of like trying to figure out if this is worth pursuing, but I might put a lid on this questionnaire thing. Okay, or I'm going to put a presentation together and make it a pretty pricey option. So right now, I'm very informal with it, but if you want to take advantage of it, go ahead. Talk to you later.